Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. My name is Kenny. It's a beautiful, beautiful cloudy day here. I'm saying that to be funny, but really it is. It's cloudy, it's overcast, the few sprinkles are floating around, but that's okay. It's a great day. I want to talk to you seriously this evening about garlic. Yeah, garlic. I want to show you how to prepare garlic to ferment. I want to show you how you can ferment garlic in raw honey and use it for wonderful health benefits. So you stay tuned and hang around, and I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? All right, folks, I want to show you what my garlic looks like. You can see the quality of this garlic. I want to actually show you a recipe, how that you can put this in a container, or basically like I do, I use a quart jar, and I separate the garlic first, of course. This, folks, is a clove. Excuse me, not a clove, but a bulb. This is a bulb of garlic. I've got about a dozen or more of them here. And to start with this, I recommend that you get American grown organic garlic. I recommend that. Now that is a clove. That is a clove. You want to take and peel these. You can peel these off. And let me show you what I mean. Just simply peel them like that. You can use your fingernails. A lot of times ladies have fingernails they can use to just separate this skin from this garlic clove. It is so easy. And for men with large hands that don't have fingernails, I usually just peel it with a knife like that. Peel it with a knife. Garlic, it goes back thousands of years. The ancient Israelites that came out of Egypt's bondage, they ate garlic. And that's a peeled garlic clove. It's very sticky. The ancient Egyptians, they used garlic as well as the Romans. I believe they used it too. Now we're talking about health benefits here. We're talking about health benefits. I'm going to show you how you can take that little garlic clove that's taken from the large garlic bulb, and you can squish that clove, and you can put it down in a container such as a quart jar. Squish it, put it down in the jar, and put raw honey into that and make fermented raw garlic. Now, it's not a secret, folks, that garlic works better if it's raw. If it's raw, it works better. And if you ingest raw garlic fermented with honey, now some people suggest that you take and ferment it for a week or possibly 12 days. I usually ferment mine And I've been taking garlic for a long time. I usually ferment it for about a month before I touch it. I put it in a quart jar with the raw honey added to it. It's totally saturated in the raw honey for about a month before I start to consume it. And then you want to take it daily on an empty stomach very early in the morning. And the reason you take it on an empty stomach is they tell me that the human body will absorb nutrients far better by having an empty stomach than it would be. Well, it's like this. Eating the right stuff, it makes a difference eating the right stuff rather than eating a large amount of something that's got no nutrition in it at all. So this is powerful stuff, garlic is. And I take it daily on an empty stomach. And I'm going to say this about it too. Garlic, it's no secret, it's known for its ability to fight infectious diseases. There's a powerful compound in this garlic. It's called allicin. It's the powerful compound that helps to fight off viruses of all kinds. It has a great antibiotic in it as well. And for people that, let me say, for people that have stomach issues, or they have poor circulation, or they have high blood pressure. High blood pressure is one of the reasons why I consume this on a daily basis. It helps to maintain your blood pressure. And I know that there are millions and millions of people. Now, I'm not suggesting in any form, fashion whatsoever that you immediately start taking garlic to reduce your blood pressure. I'm saying that I do that for my blood pressure, and I am not recommending any such use to you, my viewers. I am not doing that. Although it is used widely by millions of people for that very purpose, and that's why I use it. But I'm telling you another thing as well. I hardly ever get sick. This is so nutritional. Like I said, it's powerful, and it's even more powerful when you ferment it for a month with raw honey. That is one of the most powerful substances on the planet to fight off diseases and illnesses and viruses. I think about so many people that are suffering right now with the coronavirus. And I know that the country has been virtually on a lockdown. And I know that our scientists and some of the best doctors in the world are scrambling to find a antidote, if you will, for the virus. I look back and I think about an old saying that says an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. By taking this, you are preventing yourself. It works on your immunity. You're preventing yourself from actually catching or just, I mean, it can happen to anybody. You're exposed to a particular virus and you get it like that. But this helps to block it. I believe that with all of my heart, because your immunity, your immune system, if your immunity is up to par, and what I mean by that, if your immunity is strong and robust and powerfully shielded with the ingredients that is in garlic, the odds of you catching anything are very, very unlikely. Not to say that you can't get sick. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that the odds are in your favor when your system is powerfully protected with something as big and strong as garlic is. I don't know how long it's been since I have had the flu. I don't know how long it's been. And I'm not saying that to boast and to brag to you. No, I'm not doing that at all. I'm saying simply, that if your immune system is stout, strong, robust, the odds of you getting sick are really, I mean, it's just not going to happen. It's not impossible for it to happen, but it's not likely to happen. Garlic, it's got a compound, like I said earlier, called allicin in it that gives it that strong taste. And I know some of you may say, well, I don't think I could consume that. It would actually burn me up. Now listen, let me talk a little bit about that. Now, garlic alone, of course, if you try to eat it raw, it is super strong, and it's very stout, and it will burn you up, literally burn you up. But when you ferment that little clove and hit squished for approximately a month, that's how long I do it, the garlic taste, it subsides. Blended with that honey, it becomes tolerable to where that you can eat it on a daily basis. But just trying to eat the raw clove like that, if you can tolerate it, you're a better man or woman. You're a better man than I am. Let me tell you, that is some strong stuff. But the honey, the raw honey, it gives it a honey-like taste, and it neutralizes that bad garlic burn. It neutralizes it. Plus, it gives it an extra dose, because honey itself is one of the most potent, powerful superfoods on the planet. And this garlic here, blended with raw honey, becomes an unbeatable combination against viruses. I took one flu shot in my lifetime. I'm going to give you a little history. This was approximately 35 years ago. And I'm not telling you, no, not saying at all for you to stop taking your flu shot. I'm just telling you this is what I did. I took one flu shot about 35 years ago, and I still caught the flu. And I made up my mind then, I never, ever will ever take another one. Listen, folks, this goes back to the beginning of time. It's natural. God gave us, and I've said this before, God gave us natural cures, natural remedies for everything that ails you, if you will. On the other hand, man gave us synthetic chemicals. Nutrition will keep you alive. That is what garlic and honey is. Nutrition will keep you alive. Your body will thrive. But synthetic chemicals will cause your body to die. That's a powerful, bold statement that I just made to you. But I believe this is what's helping to keep me from getting sick. And I just wanted to share this with you. I'm not advocating to you that this is a cure-all for everything. No, I'm not. I'm simply saying that it works for me. It helps to keep my BP normalized. Yes, it does. It helps to fight, to keep off viruses and illnesses. At least I don't get sick. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. That's how strong and powerful garlic is. So I am going to go ahead and process this. I'm going to remove the large bulbs. I'm going to bring them all down to that little clove, and then I'm going to show you how to put it in a container and process it with the raw honey. Okay? Okay, now folks, I have got this garlic completely, all the skin has been removed from this garlic, as you can see. Now I've got a bowl that will fill approximately a quart and a half of the final ingredient of garlic and onion. Now I want to show you how to just simply squish your garlic. You can take any kind of cup, whatever you use. I'm just using this cup, but just take the instrument cup, whatever, and put it in a wide container like this, and you want to squish it. See? Just push down on it like that and squish that garlic like that. By squishing it like that, that actually releases the enzymes to work better than it would be if you didn't squish it. It works better when you squish it. So I am going to fill these quart jars up, and we will be ready to add the honey to it. Okay, now folks, I have got my garlic put down into my quart jar. As you can see, this about 12 large heads of garlic, if you will fill about a quart and a half. So I have got my honey. This is raw and unfiltered honey, as you can see. So just pour it right down on top of that garlic, and it will slowly, you don't want to fill the jar completely full. You need to leave some room on top for your honey. It will settle. You got to have some room for your honey. And listen, you can put this in a nice dry place and store it in a nice cool dry place, because that is important. You don't want to stick it in the fridge. Put it in a nice, dark, cool, dry place, and just let it do its thing for about a month. That's the way that I do it. And after you open it up, after that fermentation process is over, if you want to, you can put it in the fridge. That is perfectly all right. Some people do, even I do it myself, because sometimes it just tastes a little bit better when it's a little bit cool. I'm going to let that soak and really just go right on down. It will. As you can see, it's going on down. It will be fine if you put it in the fridge after you open it, after the fermentation process is over. Now make sure you put this in a sterilized quart jar or whatever you put it in. Make sure that it's sterilized. You don't want to put it in an unsterilized jar, as well as your lids. You want to make sure they're sterilized. So folks, that is it. You can take this if you want to every morning, of course, like I said earlier, on an empty stomach. You can take a small amount of it 2 or 3 times a day if you want to. All depends on what you're going to take it for. So I appreciate you today. We thank you very much for viewing our videos. And if you like this, if you like what we're doing, and if you like these videos, why don't you just subscribe to our channel? Subscribe to our channel. That is very pretty stuff. Let me tell you, that garlic is squished down in there, and it's going to soak up that honey. So we appreciate you again. And listen, subscribe to our channel, like I said, and click that like button. Just click on that like button. Oh my goodness, yes, do it. We would appreciate it. And you have a wonderful, blessed evening, and we'll talk to you later.